Okay, now we're coming for the part 2. Let's go for the exciting part. Part 2. Here we will do a GitHub Recon and Shodan and working here on ATT TNT program. Let's say you have, and also here the GitHub Recon will be a full Recon and deep Recon, also Shodan. In Shodan, from questions, I will show you how to dork in your account, if your account paid account, or if you have a free account that lot of hunters say that they can't see, or just first 2 pages. We'll do that. So GitHub Recon and Shodan Recon. From the first, from where we start, lot of new hunters asking these questions. It's a big program. From where I start. So first of all, we need to know the, as they said, the trade name, the SSL name or company name. Here for AT&T, it's the organization name AT&T Service Inc. Sometimes you can find that in the down of the page. For example, let's say any program, Comcast.com, for example, Xfinity, Yahoo.com. As I know, Yahoo, it's Auth INC or Auth Cloud. We are going to checking for examples. Okay, let's I seriously don't know for a program tested here. Let's say Uber.com. Like this. Uber Technologies INC. That's also name. We can use this. Now our work in AT&T. AT&T trade name is AT&T Service INC. We'll use this in Shodan and for collect domains. There is a lot of websites, but I like crt.sh. So let's start. crt.sh. AT&T program have a very lot of domains and subs. For that, sometimes CRT.sh stick with that. We'll back for this part or not. Okay, as we can see here, the main domain att.com. Also here we can find another domain attws, as you can see here, as you can see here. Okay, there is a question. How I know if this domain or this subdomains or this IP belong for this program? First, read here. Also, if that IP or domain, we can check the SSL here. Then to details, for subject, you can see O for organization, Ober Technologies Inc. Also, we can check the IP or domain on website. As I remember, SSL helper. Mhm. We can paste here the IP or domain and it gives you information about that domain. Also, all we know who that is, but not all the time who that is give you information. Okay, now we have the part of the domains. There's tool, I will speak about it in part 4, how to collect domains from here, because as you can see it's a very big list. You can start dorking on GitHub from this domains and checking. I really on GitHub just check for att.com, nothing else. So now let's move on Shodan. Okay, now I will log in as a free account. Let's say Google. Okay, here it's just a free account. So start with SSL. Oh, it's back to AT&T. 200 to get live. We don't need the dead hostess. Remember here on this, if you don't remove it, you will get result for all the Shodan results, about 2 million. So you have to remove it. Okay, now we have 912 IPs. So I am as a free account. I take a look for first page and second page. It's the page 2, page 3, that I don't have limit to visit more than 2 pages. Now how to deal with that? First, I move to more in anything here. I filter the result. I'd like in this cases filter to HTTP title. Why? Because as you can see for VMware is 115 IPs. So from here you can take a look and check whatever you need. So I check about 5 to 10 to 15 pages and I got no limit. Okay. Now after I get the no limit here, I directly move out to log out of this account and log in from another free account. I remember before I paid this account, I was have about 5 Gmail account, a Twitter account, 3 Windows account. So directly move from account to another account, from account to another account, and back here and complete the miss part. Here I can see all the IPs from free accounts without pay anything. Okay, now let's move for the other part, and now I will log in from my account. Okay, HTTP title. Now I by usual visit all the pages, but as we can see here, it's a lot of pages and IPs. So I take a look for a weird IPs like system, dashboard, server login. Anything contain a login page. You can search here also for if you like to work on Atlassian Jira or wanna search for Jarafana panel, JFrog panel, something like that. Now here, as you can see, we have a login pages and also we have a domains. Now we will not visit these pages. We will move to GitHub part, and for move on these pages, that will be in SQL part, SQL injection, and other testing. But now let's go to GitHub. But before that, let's continue my dorkings, how I look for domains. Now, as we can see here, the SSL, that AT&T service INC. Okay, it's contain domains like att.com, but here all the domains recorded in organization as at AT&T service. So that's not all. I need now to use other dork to find domains like this, but not registered in organization as a AT&T service. It's maybe on AWS or Microsoft or other. So here the best and good dorks that I use in Shodan, it's a 5 dorks. Now as we know, net, this is for looking for CIDR ranges. It's very cool. This is the dork for looking for CIDR. Now we have take a look for this, the program name. Sometimes you can just AT&T, but this is the good one. Now the third part, SSL search subject CN. Here paste the domain, not the organization name, like att.com. As you can see here, we have 1000. Why? Because something from them registered as a AT&T service INC. That's the first one. But now we have IP registered on Amazon, on Google, on Amazon. And in the same way, we move here and move here to title and start looking also for login. You can also for their listing like this, directory listing, uh, Adobe. Also, you know, there's lot of technologies and lot of steps for testing. Okay, third part, this one. Now, as we know, now it's got a new CVE or 0 day in, for example, Atlassian, on Okta, on one login service, Jarafana, uh, any panel. Now we need to start find and send report before anyone. Like for example, let's say now it came as CVE 0 day for Jarafana, Jarafana with POC. So now I wanna looking for big program and start my chance to find if I can find any bug bounty programs on this. So I use HTTP titles. Jarafana, for example, Atlassian, Okta. As we said, 200 for life. Okay. Now here, move and filter it for ORG. ORG give you company's name. Like we see Amazon Technologies, Google, Microsoft, Amazon. You can search here for my favorite programs, like for example, AT&T. We can see AT&T Corp, 53 IPs working on Jarafana panel. Let's say for example Comcast, 44 IPs, but not all the time this IPs be for the target. It may be false, so you need to be clear to check in that. Now here I think I'm done in this part of Shodan, and now let's move to GitHub Recon. GitHub. Okay, before I start in GitHub, I wanna share some good results for get domains like this for a program. So first one, as we know, is CRTSH, and we told about that. Second one, this one, we can here add a company name, owner name, or domain. For example, AT&T.com. Here it is similar domain. It's maybe for them, it's maybe false. But here it's not giving me a good result for that. Let's try other program, uber.com. Sometimes you need to change the domain. Okay, here we can see saved who's. It's about 2K domain for Uber. But here we can see just this. For continue you need the API. As you can see, all of these domains belong for Uber if you want to test. Also Uber, as I know, it's open scope. Okay, third one, and I think all know it, security trials. security trials, it's a very good also result. You can just place the domain name and check the IPs and domains, and you can see also a lot of domains belong for the same target. Okay, now let's move to GitHub. As I'm dorking for domain, and also when am I working on Shodan, so I open all the logins IPs. Okay. Mm, just this enough. No, this is not working. Okay. This for their listing. I think we visit this one. Okay. I'm really sorry if this recorded will be for some hunters boring, but I would like as I can to explain my recon, my work. So here, uh, as we can see, it's a Jira. So first, I don't have any word list for usernames and password checking. I just all the time check admin, check admin password, check test, also no, demo, okay, and send it to scanners. Now I work for a I use in my work a Quantix scanners, also active scan on barb, and Rengen, Rengen. So sometimes Rengen or Knuckly or a Quantix, even Knuckly, try and give you if here there's a weak password or a valid default credentials. It's available in Nuclei as I know. So sometimes it's say here it's default credentials, and you can say the default it's a user and password Tomcat, for example. Okay, now that's the part for my testing and default credentials. Now as we can see it's a Jira, so it's up to you how you test on Jira. On Jira I test for SSRF, I test for RC on this endpoint. Let me check this end. Here sometimes looking for RC. No, but this is fixed here. I also looking if I'm able to do in sign up, which that leads sometimes to authentication bypass, sometimes nothing. You can sign up, but without any access to see the data in the panel. Okay, now let's back for the part of GitHub now. And for SQL testing, that will be in the part 3, not now. Okay, here the domain name is DTVENG. This domain is for AT&T. We know that now. The best excited part here, if I found any bug in this video or GitHub leak, I will not report it. First, who can see video, he can report, and hope to tweet by that, cause not other hunters go and report it and take a double reports. First domain, without add any dork here.